things in there.
In where? Oh, in there.
In the.
But do you know enough to talk about them?
I mean, I did when I posted them.
Fair enough. Did you get to watch Shane, Zach?
Yeah, I watched Shane.
To hear this.
It didn't sound very convincing.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'll
I'll watch Shane.
Yeah, I watched that dumpster fire of a movie.
Shit.
Shane.
Come back, Shane.
Come back, Shane.
And
I just met you, but I love you, Shane.
We're in this big
You stayed in my house
warehouse
for 2 nights, Shane, and I love you. And I also think my mom wanted you more than my dad.
You can tell.
Also,
my
I
dad
don't know why
thinks
that
it too.
bull tried to climb that fence, Shane, when you were fighting my paw. But it did.
Dude, them fucking animals were scared to death. Could you imagine if that was nowadays? They would have got shut down for that shit.
Right?
Fucking horses were like trampling shit and getting stuck on the fence, and
The bull was just too much for me, man. It like tries to jump over the fence and then it gets stuck there teetering and has to try to climb over it with his back legs. And I'm just like, what the fuck is happening?
And I think
everybody
the other
on
bulls
set
were
like,
freaking out.
what are we supposed to do with it now? Just hanging there.
Right?
And then I like when they're in just like, you could tell they're just in a huge warehouse because every time he screams any audible thing, it's just like Shane, Shane, Shane. Or the one point when they were
to be echoing off the mountains that were miles
Sure,
away.
Yeah.
But it was like sometimes it seemed like when people were really far away, it was like they were just talking to him like they were right next to him.
Apparently that was one of the first stereophonic recorded audio tracks. Yeah, Blitzkill, I know. Hello.
This is how we get our blooper reel, Blitz. Quit
Yeah.
tearing down the third wall.
Man, trying to ruin our bloopers.
Right?
There's a
Blitz,
blooper.
Blitz, Blitz. Come back,
Come
Blitz.
back.
I love you, Blitz.
What have you been up to, Blitzkill? Where you been? Missing in action.
I don't like the way that sounds. I'd like to report him for sexual harassment.
I don't think I'd like the way that would feel either. My hymen's intact, sir.
Right?
My butt hymen.
Nothing goes in. It only comes out.
Like a regenerative quality as long as it's passed that way. I bet it tain't. Bet it ain't.
Bet it. The penitent man shall pass.
All right, guys, we ready to do this?
5, 4, 3.
Hello, you turkeys, and welcome to episode 35 of SideQuest Gaming Podcast, a sometimes weekly podcast where sometimes 4 longtime friends get together and talk about video games and TV and movies and all kinds of cool nerd shit because we said so. I am one of your hosts. My name is Wes. To my left, my right, to the left is TJ. Say hi.
What up?
And,
I got a piece of ice.
And on the far side of me is Zach.
On the far side, I think the Twitch screen, man, is the other way. It's just bam, bam, bam in a row. TJ, me, then you.
Far
I don't
side.
know. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's me. Zach, Sue Spider. I'm going to be difficult today.
There we go. And Pascal is out with measles or something.
I think he's going to get in trouble if he finds out you call his family the measles.
The in-laws are going home.
The in-laws are going home.
Left to right is Spider Nug West. That's what I got.
Yeah, but he's saying I'm on the far side. I understand now.
Next to me is TJ. And on the far side of me, whatever. I guess I could have said next to him. Sorry. Anyway, we got plenty of news to cover tonight. Probably, maybe, not really. No. We got some news to cover tonight. We're going to talk about the Steam sale.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the Steam sale.
We're going to talk about a couple of movies. But before we do that, it's the time of the show in which we play catch up, where each of us has a couple of minutes to tell everybody what we've been playing and watching and all that good stuff. And tonight, since the German is not here, we're going to have to go ahead and get it started with TJ.
That's me. That's totally out of order, but I'll go.
I feel like I forgot something.
So, you definitely forgot that Zach goes after Pascal. But since you're the leader of the show, I'm going to allow it this time.
Oh, shit. I broke this pen.
So let's jump right into gaming, guys. So it's been about a month since we talked, and I think I played one game of Apex. Or one night of Apex, I should say.
One night of Apex. We played a shitload of games of Apex.
Did we play 2 nights of Apex? We played 2 nights of Apex.
I played 2 nights of Apex.
I believe I did too. Maybe we took a break and came back, but who knows? I digress. So, as you guys know, in Apex Season 2 is out. I did not buy Season 2 this time because I want to try to see if I can get enough gold to get out. Shut your mouth. Blitzkill's over there just being mean today, so I'm going to ignore him for the rest of the chat. So
we're supposed to ignore chat while we're talking anyway, right, guys?
No, I don't ever do that.
Unless you read their message, you ignore the chat. That's what I heard.
I don't know how to read
sleepy face, sleepy face, sleepy face, sleepy face, sleepy face, sleepy face.
So, I don't know. If you haven't signed into Apex, you are doing yourself a disservice. You need to sign into Apex and watch their opening video. It is awesome.
Fuck playing the game. Just watch the video.
Yeah, just watch the video and then download it on YouTube and watch it all the time. You don't even need to play the game.
With YouTube Red. Can we get a sponsorship?
That's right. We're looking at you, YouTube.
Google.
Ding.
And so there's an awesome video. It looks like I think we agreed that the names of the creatures that were out in the ocean are leviathans.
Leviathans. I'm positive.
And they have came to shore and they have wrecked the map. So we have new map stuff, new things built, stuff crushed down and broke. Every once in a while, one of those big giant legs lift up, and if you run underneath of it, I'm assuming you're going to get crushed. And there's dragons now.
Wyverns.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Wyverns is the proper nomenclature.
Wyverns.
What's the difference between a wyvern and a dragon?
Traditionally, a dragon has 4 legs plus wings. A wyvern, 2 of their wings are arms. So think like a bat is a wyvern more in the way the body's built. Like in Game of Thrones, their dragons are actually wyverns because they don't have 4 distinct legs plus wings.
And from this point forward, I will never watch Game of Thrones again because they've lied to me for 10 seasons.
It's true. But hey, every universe.
Can't those dragons walk on all 4s?
They can, but they don't have 4.
They just have like a little finger
plus wings. They have their wings are their second set of legs.
So, new character came out with the season 2, Watson. So she is hard to play for me. I did not get her at all. I threw some stuff around at people and probably didn't use it properly. So with a lot of practice, that might be a thing one day.
Hey
not
man,
for this guy.
I don't know if you'll be able to play her while I'm playing with you. I don't play that way.
No, you don't share.
No. I just run a lot. Gotta go fast.
Yeah. Dude, I'm just going to mention there was one game that we had where we were second place, and a lot of fighting went down in the middle of what's the ring what's the ring place on the map? The pit. A lot of fighting went down in the pit, and one of us went down. I believe Zach was down, and it was just us and another team, and the circle was pushing me and Tyler into them, and they set up about 100 little fucking electric fences, and the circle was eating us, and the fences were electrocuting us, and that was very well played. You can really mess some people up and some teams up if you play that character well. And I think we talked about Bloodhound being her.
Oh, I figured that out.
Okay.
Bloodhound's her counter because if you true sight her fences, they stay up on everyone else's map. Like your screen shows them through walls, so you can't accidentally run into them.
I'm sitting in silence for a very well reason because If you have two eyes and you play the game, how do you accidentally run into them?
I don't know. There's a clip of Shroud getting a kill with one because he set some up a long time ago and was just running along and someone ran into it and died. So
Fair enough. I did see a clip where somebody opened the door and pinned somebody between one of the fences and the door. And then when they tried to open it, the other teammate on the other side just kept closing it. So eventually it killed them.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty good. So there's a new weapon in the crates. Oh my god, it's scary. It made me piss my pants, and it was my own teammate shooting it. I didn't know what was going on. I'm pretty sure I ran in circles and died. Zach had their new weapon that shoots red plasma blobs really fast and really loud.
The L Star. It's apparently straight from Titanfall and finally connects the two games as being in the same universe officially.
Nice. So that's their way of tying it together officially.
Yep.
So,
but that's about it. That's all I have on Apex Season 2.
Kill in the chat says there's an entire YouTube series on the subject of when gamers are idiots. But there's an entire YouTube series on any subject you would ever fucking want. What is the message you're trying to convey, sir?
I'm pretty sure it's running into electric fences that are brighter than shit, and you get killed by it.
Why would you do that?
Because gamers are idiots.
Yep. So other than that, we went to the movies, saw Spider-Man Far From Home. No spoilers, so don't worry about leaving out. I'm just going to rate it as it's a buy it for me. I'm putting it up there as probably one of my best Spider-Mans.
Spider-Mans?
One of the best Spider-Mans, and not counting Endgame because it's such a big production. Probably up there with one of my top favorite Marvel movies.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
They did a lot of humor, and I know we always touch base on humor because it seems like Tony Stark started the humor and then it just got out of control, but this one just kept me laughing through the whole thing. Like, I giggled, weird little giggles, because it was just sort of funny. Almost like you could see, you could actually see this being a young kid trying to take on a superhero role.
That's what it is.
Right. But I mean, they don't try to just make him perfect and make him the perfect superhero right off the bat. But it's also, we're talking about how many different Supermans, Jesus Christ, Spider-Mans have we had now? Is this 3?
Tobey
I
Maguire.
mean, is Tobey Maguire really even the first?
I don't know.
Live action? Possibly.
I'm not sure.
Into the Spider-Verse is on Amazon right now too for free. Amazon Prime.
Blitzkill says Toby's still the best. I disagree.
Agree to disagree.
What was this technically called? Was it Spider-Man Homecoming?
No, that's the first one with him in it. Spider-Man Far From Home.
So he came home and then he left?
Yeah, I think Homecoming was like their
homecoming dance.
Dance.
Oh, okay.
At school, and now they're going on a school field trip away from home.
It is weird though. My kid, it drives me nuts, but he constantly makes reference to the first movie's name with the second movie because it's Homecoming and Far From Home, and he's like, they should make a third movie and call it Spider-Man Far From Homecoming, and I'm just like, but it's like, why name the movie so kind of similarly close like that? It's kind of weird.
Spider-Man Home Alone, X-rated.
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
Is the new Spider-Man in Spider-Man.
So it was a pretty good movie. Another one I'm just going to touch base on because it's just going to go quick because there's no spoilers on it. Stranger Things 3. I'm going to put this out here. Episode 5, I was almost no longer a fan. And it took them about 3/4 of the way through episode 5 to bring me back.
Now, is this because of some event that happened, like episode 9, season 1 of Game of Thrones, that made you go, nope. Oh, you know what? Fuck this show. I'm never watching it again. Or were you just getting worn out on it?
Yeah, is
It's
this the lead up
it's
to it? Like the first
it's
5
the
episodes
lead
you
up.
think sucked?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, I liked the first one. I think I started to like the second one, and I started to lose interest at the second one.
Huh.
So, let's just leave it at this. There are a lot of couples in the movie now, and they just tried to make you want to feel more instead of it just being like a single person and something happening to this person and you're just like, oh, that sucked, I like that person. Now it's like, oh, that sucked, I like that person, and oh my god, I like this person who likes that person, and I'm sad for this person that likes that person because
So they're
this
trying to
person
make you feel for the characters and their relationships kind of
yeah,
separately.
and it almost lost me, almost lost me. So I don't know, I didn't like how they did it, but they eventually come back in and they draw it all back in and they wow you at the end. I'll tell you, Belinda was crying at the end of episode 8.
What?
Yeah, crying real tears. She looked at me and said, "You're crying." I'm not crying, but she was really crying. And that's about it. That's all I'm going to say.
You liked it though.
I loved it. It's a buy.
Is crying during TV shows frowned upon? Is that what you're saying here?
Can you actually buy it?
I don't know.
think you
That's our
can,
new
my street.
rating
I think
system.
you can.
New rating system. I have to say it's a buy it because I like it that well.
We can go back. I'm just saying.
I don't like the buy it system. I like the buy it stream it or skip
I
it.
don't mind it either way, but I'm just curious.
think
Like,
you
can
can,
you
though.
actually buy Netflix?
Yes, I know you can for a fact buy Orange is the New Black, and you could buy that Kevin Spacey one when
House of Cards.
House of Cards. So I'm pretty sure Stranger Things is out there.
Oh, yeah. I think we have it at work. At the
Yeah.
work.
Cool.
Yeah, you can definitely buy it. But if you're not a movie buff, obviously stream it. You have to see it. So,
I'm working on it.
let's see. I think I was wrong last time we were here. I think I said I'd finished season 8 of Supernatural, but I had just finished season 7. So I am actually at 8, but I am on episode 20 of 8. So that's getting ready to throw down, I think, 2 more episodes, and I'll be into 9. So it's getting pretty crazy. They're trying to get a new Jesus in town, and I think they're trying to make it Castiel.
Ooh.
But yeah, this is like Metatron, I think's his name. He has went to heaven and he's writing a book, and everything he writes sort of comes true.
Yeah. That little dude that I know who he is because I've seen him in lots of things, but I couldn't name a single thing he was in.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the same way I am. I couldn't even tell you. So it's a pretty interesting thing. This still got me. I'm still on a, if you're a buyer of things, you would still have to buy all these episodes for Supernatural. It's a buy it still. And I think, I finally took what everybody wanted me to do. I bought Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I spent $43, got all 8 movies, and I binge watched them one a night, 8 days straight. It was really wild to watch very young children grow up very fast.
Yeah.
In IRL.
Right.
They, like, every time the next movie came on, I was like, wait, they were just little babies.
I'm Warp.
Yep. So I think they were all really good. They were all really well done.
Do you have a favorite?
2.
2? Was that The Prisoner of Azkaban?
No.
Goblet of Fire?
No, that's
the 4th.
4.
See, the first one's the Sorcerer's Stone. The second one is,
I think it was Prisoner of
Chamber of Secrets.
Maybe it's Prisoner of Azkaban. Maybe it's the third one. We're getting a professional opinion, so I'll keep going a little bit. The last 2. Oh, he might have muted. Unmute.
That was weird. It didn't make the boom sound, but Chamber of Secrets is the second one.
Okay, so it's the third one then. It is Prisoner of
Prisoner of
Azkaban.
Azkaban. Everyone
Oh,
loves
really?
Prisoner of Azkaban. It's really one
Yeah.
of the.
Yeah.
You get that a lot.
There's not any of them that I disliked. If I had to say the ones that I sort of started not liking, I think was the last two.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
I think it was taken too long to get to the ending that you
Knew was coming.
that you knew was coming. So they were taking forever to get to it. I think they could have done that in one movie, but I think it was a little bit of a cash grab to put it into or two parts. However, some of the things that I saw with the prequels, I guess would we call those prequels that are out right now? The Fantastic Beasts. There were some references in the last two that you saw from, I think, that would show you that you could have the prequel. And I'm trying to think what's the name of the second Fantastic Beasts? Lizzo's here. The topic, Lizzo, right now is me talking about Harry Potter.
I don't know what the answer to that is.
Anyways, if I could remember, one day I'll take notes for you guys and be a better
Grindelwald.
Yes, they make reference in the last, either the very last, the part 2 of the last Harry Potter, of the Crimes of Grindelwald. There are some references in there to that, so that was pretty neat to have seen those first now and then seen Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So it sort of tied like little things like that together.
I think I like how much they're building up the universe that way.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And I'm not even that big of a fan. I enjoy watching the movies, but I never read the books.
I don't read. What's reading? I read comics.
Educated folk.
Yeah, that's those people that get inebriated all the time.
Speaking of comics, did you see there's a new Blade Runner 2019 comic series coming out? The first issue's out on July 16th, I believe.
Nice.
No. Yeah.
I have some news about comics later that might have to have me possibly buy a new comic since I'm short one now. But we'll get into that with the news.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm done. That's all I got. Other than that, I worked, I cut grass, and did life stuff.
Snooze fest.
A lot of that going on.
There's a lot of life going on.
Silly life. Oh, I played D&D. I forgot. Oh, no, wait.
No, we didn't.
Lies. Sorry,
Harsh.
I had to. That's a ding. Bing! There better be like 3 bells at that one. Bing, bing, bing. Anyways, I think on to our man Zach.
It's my turn. All right. What have I done in what feels like the month since we've done the podcast last?
Pretty sure it is a month.
I think it might be. I have played the farthest I've ever played into The Witcher 3. I have completed Velen for the first time, and I'm on my way to Novigrad. Done all the quests I can do, all the side quests I can do, all the Witcher contracts I could do. I'm playing it on Death March, the hardest difficulty, and having a good time. I've gotten the shit kicked out of me by some skull things that I now know I need to go back and fight later. I have one complaint about that. There's a maximum amount of map icons, custom map icons you can put on there, because I wanted to be able to highlight, I can go back and fight this thing when I'm level 20. So I was going to put 2 skulls on it. So I knew that thing was level 20 and I could go back then, but I ran out of custom map markers and couldn't do that. It really bummed me out.
Nah.
First world problems.
Any markers?
First world problems. What's up?
Could you get rid of any markers? So you
but I mean, then I was all, I don't know.
No, didn't remember where that was.
Yeah, exactly. So that kind of sucked. So I did that. I played Apex Season 2 a bunch and had a good time doing that. They have some kinks to work out. They buffed a lot of the shitty guns that people never picked up and never used except for right at drops. They gave them new hop-ups that actually make them viable to use, which is really cool. I enjoy that. Their challenge system for the season for ranking up through the battle pass seems pretty good. It does monopolize your time a little bit, which I know you're not big into, Wes. You have 3 daily challenges every day, and then with those daily challenges, you complete X amount of those daily challenges for weekly challenges. And you also have weekly challenges to complete. So if you log in, like you have to complete 10 daily challenges in a week, so you need to play at least 4 days and complete all the challenges. Otherwise, you can't level up as quickly. Which, that's whatever. They haven't been hard to do, really. And they don't make you play the game weird like PUBGs normally do, so I'm alright with it. I haven't bought it yet, but there's a really cool skin at level 25 for a character I don't play, but I want it real bad. So if I get to level 25, I'm gonna buy it.
You realize you're getting to level 25. Even if you barely play, you're getting to level 25.
I know.
7,777 damage in one game. I sneezed and shot somebody.
It was 2,400. Personal best. So did that. I started playing League of Legends again. Here and there. I've been playing a lot of their ARAMs. They've been fun. Just getting back together and playing with some work buddies on some League of Legends, and it's been.
What's
nice
an ARAM?
It is all random, all mid, which basically you get into a lobby. Your team is made up of random characters that people own. You can re-roll to swap them out, and then when you go to play the game, instead of having 3 separate lanes, it's just one lane in the middle, and you play to the end. It's just get in there, have fun, play matches. No one takes it seriously. It's just a good time.
Gotcha.
They're fun. They're quick. You're not committing to any 45-minute
What is this in?
matches.
Overwatch?
League of Legends.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't gone back to Overwatch, but I might because they're changing something in there. Did that. I participated in the last day of the Steam sale and bought 5 games. I got this indie side-scroll brawler called Aztez. It's like roguelike. You get in the game, you beat some dudes up, you get different equipment and different stats, and you fight through and try to conquer South America. It's set in like the Aztec period, Mayans, Aztecs, that sort of deal. Pretty stylized, black and white with some blood. I bought Dragon Ball Fighter Z and started to play a little bit of that today. That's cool. I like it. I'm real trash at fighting games, and it's easing me in pretty well with the tutorial. The story is I don't know. I don't really care for the story. I just want to fight things, but it keeps making me go through all these story parts.
And which one was that? Dragon Ball Z?
Dragon Ball Fighter Z. That's the
Fighter Z.
Yeah, this is the fighting game, the 2D fighting game.
Gotcha.
Pretty cool. I read a bunch of reviews, and supposedly it's one of the best fighting games that's out right now. It's like 9 out of 10, tied with Tekken, and then all the other ones are under that. But we already have Tekken for the Xbox, so I don't need it for the PC. I got Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus, which I have installed, and I'm going to play that here soon because I think the new Wolfenstein comes out later this month. So I want to play through to get ready for that. What is that?
Now, will you be streaming that?
I will be streaming that. I'm going to stream that.
The triumphant return.
The triumphant return. I have fun streaming first-person story games. I think that's my favorite. What else did I get? Oh, I got Divinity Original Sin 2. I have the first one, played a little bit of it. I enjoyed it, but didn't get into it cooperatively. And I've heard it's really good single player. And with that studio being the studio that's doing Baldur's Gate 3, I wanted to get a good feel for their games before I play that.
Well, I've heard a lot of good things about that game, so.
Both of them are supposed to be awesome.
Does the second one have Antonio Banderas in it? And
I don't know. I don't understand the reference.
Original Sin.
Old movie reference.
Okay.
Original
Him
Sin.
and Angelina Jolie, I think.
Okay. No,
Ugh.
never heard
They
of
do
that
some.
before.
They do some cinema.
Oh, I'm sure. Those 90s movies, man.
They were something else.
So that, and then apparently, I didn't know this because I didn't look into it. When you buy games with this last Steam sale, you got coins that you could use to redeem on things. Turns out I got $5 coupon, but it was only good during the sale. So then I got McKenna a Nancy Drew game playthrough. I don't remember which one.
True.
Yeah, click and point adventure. Oh, which one is it? Nancy Drew and the Warnings at Waverly Academy.
Ooh.
Yeah, super spooky.
Waverly Academy.
Mm-hmm. I think that's most of all I did with video games. For my birthday in this span, McKenna brought my good longtime friend Crazy Killer into town from Colorado, and we got to hang out for a full week, and it was a blast. Played some games, hung out, got heckled by homeless people in Cleveland, and
Cleveland Rock.
Hold on, that deserves a story.
oh man, I know it does. I just kind of feel bad about it. So we get to Cleveland, we pick him up from the airport, we find a parking garage and park it, and just go walk around all day waiting for a concert, which is what I was under the guise. That's why we were going to Cleveland. I had no clue we were picking up Aaron. But we walk around. It's getting time to go to the concert. So we go back to the car. We drop some stuff off, pick some other stuff up, walk out of the parking garage, and we're just getting our bearings on the sidewalk, right? And this fella walks up to us, and he's just like, "You guys look lost. Can I help you?" And I was like, "Oh no, we're just going to the blues house." And he looks at me like I'm dumb. Just if you can imagine someone just judging you so hard for being stupid right in your face, goes, "It's the House of Blues, man. You said it wrong." And I go, "Oh, thanks. Sorry. Yeah, we know where we're going. Thank you very much." Just go walking on my way. And then there's this lady sitting in a chair on the sidewalk, and she mutters something to me. And my Midwestern hospitality kicks in, and I just say, "Oh, no, thank you." And
I don't even know what she said.
I didn't know what she said. And she goes, "No, thank you. No, thank you. You sound so stupid." And proceeds to say stuff as I just walk away as fast as I can without making it seem like I'm walking away fast because she said that to me, and proceed to just get dunked on by McKenna and Aaron all night long for that.
Can we just get away from the dirty people?
Right? So that was pretty cool. Also, I found out the founder of our town, Mad Anthony Wayne, apparently is pretty infamous in Cleveland, Ohio, because as we're leaving the concert venue, along the wall there's this huge mural, like Pawnee, Indiana in Parks and Recreation style, along the wall, and it just tells this story of how Mad Anthony Wayne burned and raped and pillaged his way through Indian villages because nothing was going to stop him in his conquests. And it was like the letters were written real thick and red, like they were written in blood for like murder and village. And like, Jesus, I had no clue. Like, I was like, yeah, the dude probably killed some Indians, because who didn't? But I didn't know. Like, I was afraid someone was going to find out I was from Fort Wayne, and then they were just going to murder me right then and there.
There's probably other Fort Waynians' blood that written on the wall.
Absolutely. So yeah, I probably won't be going back to Cleveland ever. I went to a Wahlburgers.
They got one in Cincinnati.
Yeah,
I haven't got to go yet.
It was pretty good. I had a pretty alright burger. I don't remember what I got. It's been a while.
Was Marky Mark there?
He wasn't,
Was
unfortunately.
Donnie there?
Donnie wasn't either. I also don't think the third one who makes the burgers was there.
Was the dad there?
The mom?
I didn't think they had a dad.
The fuck is all Wahlburgers about this place if none of the bastards are going to be there?
It's
like going to McDonald's and Ronald McDonald not being there.
Was Jenny McWahlburger there?
No, there were none of them there.
Man.
They're usually at the one in Boston.
Boston.
Then
That's what Yankee
Boston,
says.
you come out of Yankee.
So what did I do? So with Crazy Killer, we played some table tennis because how could we not? That's what you do when you get in the same room with your friends. You play Rockstar Table Tennis, the best sports game ever created. That was a good time. We played some Smash Brothers. We played some Mario Karts. Just good time party games, you know, which is fun just to kick back and play those nice, easy ones from time to time. But I think that's it. I think that's all I did for games. I watched some things for the 4th of July to drown out the sound of fireworks for the dog. Spoiler alert, it didn't work. We decided to watch a loud movie very loud, so we watched Zathura, which is the Jumanji in space movie. If you haven't seen it, I think it's worthwhile.
Blitz and I watched it. It was pretty good.
Yeah. There are some parts in it that are really funny for just stupid reasons, I think. Like when the robot comes out, the death robot that's going to kill him.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, at least I have a robot. Get me a juice box, biatch.
Oh, man.
Blitz is just tearing us apart over here. I like it when it came out 10 years ago. Yeah, dude. Lucky for you, movies don't just disappear after they come out. So watch that. McKenna's been flying through Veronica Mars because it got added to Hulu. High school girl plays a private detective with their dad and solves stuff out, figure stuff out. It's kind of cool. There's a whole lot of high school sex in that thing. If that's your jam.
There you go, Blitz.
He's
in Veronica Mars. Yep. I love it.
I love it. I'm sure you do. We get
right up there with Saved by the Bell. Screech's new class.
So that's been going on. What else? I finished Chernobyl today. Ooh. The HBO miniseries event.
How many episodes?
5. 5 episodes. We knocked out the last 3 in the last 3 days, I think. Really good show. Like, if you don't know anything about Chernobyl, it's worth watching. If you don't know, or if you do know stuff about Chernobyl, it's definitely worth watching. It gets into the nitty-gritty of radiation stuff and then everything that went on to solve the problem in the cover-up and how worse it could have been due to all the covering up of the communist Russian party.
I really feel like of all the not necessarily the streaming services, but the add-on channels that are already established channels that you can add on to streaming services, HBO is by far the best one.
I think so.
Their originals, like, they don't make anything that's bad.
Agree entirely. I know that, what is it? Little Lies or something like that that's on there too. It is really good with
Diaries.
That's Showtime.
Oh, dang.
I used to watch that when I was like 12. Ooh, what's going to happen tonight? Disappointed.
No, they have good stuff, and their movie lineup's actually really good, too. They're available to stream. We're going to start Sharp Objects soon. Finally,
yes!
Wes. Yeah. Yep. That's on the list.
I can't wait to hear about that.
It's next. I'm really pumped to watch it. Hopefully, we'll watch our first episode tomorrow. And we've been watching more AP Bio. Is it Pretty Little Liars, Blitz? Big Little Lies. Pretty Little Liars was on like AMC Family or some shit. ABC Family channel. But Big Little Lies is what's on HBO. It seemed good. I don't know. McKenna loved it. But AP Bio. It's on Hulu. It got canceled. I implore you guys, if you have Hulu, please go watch it and get its ratings up so maybe Hulu will pick it up as an original or NBC will move it to just their online service thing because it's amazing. It's so funny. It's so well written. The characters are awesome.
Always something.
Fucking microphone just jumped out in front of him.
Dude, it hit that fucking ear cup and about deafened me. I'm surprised it didn't deafen you guys. And that was AP Bio, right?
AP Bio. It's
like
quick.
advanced placement biology.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna remember that because I took that.
Hilarious. It's so funny. It might take a couple episodes to really get into it because a lot of the funny comes from connecting with the characters, and they do some good long-running jokes in it from episode to episode.
See, I need that kind of support. I hate when people just tell me to start something, and then I'm like, oh, this sucks. Like 2 episodes in, and then see, you led me right there. You said, give it a couple episodes. So now I already know what to look for.
Yeah, even episode by episode, there's enough to grab you because it's funny enough to watch. You know, like there's some good jokes in there, but it really fills itself out when you get a couple episodes in and get the overarching feel for it. I think that's it. I don't really think there's been any other movies or TV shows.
Ratings on all this stuff.
Oh, my ratings and all this stuff?
Yeah, you done messed up. Now you gotta go backwards.
AP Bio. It'd be a buy it. Honestly, it's amazing. What else was there? I'm gonna need some help. Chernobyl. Stream it. I don't think it's something I would go back and watch again. I think one time was enough because a lot of it was pretty heavy stuff going on. And it was more or less like a History Channel special, but dramatized. I liked it, and the acting was amazing. They picked perfect characters to do it. So stream that. You guys want to help me out? What else did I say?
Chernobyl AP Bio.
Chernobyl AP Bio. Veronica Mars, I guess. Stream it. I mean, I watched an episode here and there, and I can get down with it. Caper of the week kind of sort of thing. I have no clue what the overarching stories are.
I think that was it.
I think that was it.
There was something else. I can't remember what it was, though. I was going to ask after the first
stream
one.
It. Zathura, stream it. Worth seeing. Stream it. If you have kids, watch it with them because it's even better and it'll make you feel more grown up.
All right.
If not, I just like watching kids movies.
I just lie to myself and say kids movies are cool.
That one is cool. It's a cool idea.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying that's what I tell myself when I watch those alone.
Yeah. Oh, I did a lot of painting. I painted some minis because I spent a little time doing that. Finally finished my skeleton. I'm gonna hold it up in front of the camera for all the people watching live. This is what you're missing out if you're just listening to the podcast. So come see us on Twitch while we do it.
And if you want to see, oh, damn it!
What are you damning?
Why won't you focus, camera? I was just yelling at your camera.
Don't yell at me, man. I don't have control. Yeah, it doesn't look very good on there. But I did an orc too. It's not done. I'll post some pictures when it is done.
Word. I think it looked good.
Thanks, man.
Oh yeah.
Thanks. That was it. I played D&D with my D&D group, not the D&D group that I run.
Not this D&D group, obviously.
This D&D. This is like a D and don't group.
Yeah. Okay, Yankees. I'll follow your rules and put my hand behind it. But it's really uncomfortable.
Does work though.
It does work. You're a genius.
He's been watching them pearl videos where they shuck the clams and take the pearl out.
What is the deal with those videos? Are they real clams?
I'm just gonna tell you, I got hooked watching them for a little bit. So
did you?
That's the only reason why I bring that up.
What's the deal with the kick the top off the bottle videos?
I don't. That's dumb.
I saw Snoop Dogg did a response to those yesterday. Well, apparently Ryan Reynolds did one too.
Ryan Reynolds did one.
He demolished it.
Jack Black did one?
Yeah, he pulled a cork out with his toes. That was pretty good. He didn't really kick it. Jack Black, he just pulled the cork out of the bottle of his toes.
Did you watch that whole video?
Oh, I didn't watch the whole one though.
Yeah, there's like a whole video. They start out with the bottle cap thing, and he pulls it out with his toes, and then it proceeds to just be Jack Black, the dude who makes his videos, and his two kids like go to a what's that shit called with space? An observatory and
Okay.
one of those astronomy centers, and check that kind of stuff out. And him and his wife go to IKEA and they try to build a bed together, and Jack Black crushes their hand or some shit. It was weird. Then there's some Jack Black going down some blow up water slide for his kid's birthday. I didn't understand. I didn't know what this bottle cap challenge was. Planetarium, Blitzkill coming in to save the day. The thesaurus of the podcast. I didn't know what the bottle cap challenge was. I had no clue what Jack Black was doing in this video. It was a weird thing to wake up and watch. Yeah. Wes, I think it's your turn.
My turn. I think it's TJ's microphone's turn.
I must have
jabbing
moved it
him in the
because
face.
I keep hitting it. Yeah, I keep hitting it. I think I've moved it.
All right, I don't have a whole lot to talk about. Played some games. Played a good bit of Red Dead Redemption. Beat it on stream. I still really like
That's
that game.
TOS, by the way. You can't.
I can't beat it on stream anymore.
That'll get you banned for life.
Or a week. Then let's see. I want to say a lot of people, majority of the people that came in that stream thought it was Red Dead Redemption 2. And when they found out that it wasn't, they were surprised because the game looks so good. Now the graphics in that game hold up. They do. The gameplay in the game holds up some. The dialogue doesn't. I don't really feel like the impact of the stories. I don't feel like it was nearly as impactful as it was 10 years ago when the game came out. But it was still really good, and I'd play it again. I like, at this point, I've beat it now. That was probably the third time I've beat the game. I would play it again. It was fun, but the story was not as impactful as it was when it first came out, and I'm not really sure why that is.
Could it be because the second one was more impactful?
Maybe, but I feel like a lot of things about that game hold up well, but nothing about that game holds a candle to Red Dead Redemption 2. It is superior in every way, I think. And that, to me, just showcases how good Red Dead Redemption 2 really is. Red Dead Redemption 1 is awesome, and it will always be awesome. And there are things about it that are outdated and don't work as well as I remembered back when it was fresh and new. But, man, it was still a lot of fun, and it makes me want to go play Red Dead Redemption 2 right now.
But instead you're playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
Yep. That's what I've been playing next. So I started Assassin's Creed Odyssey a couple nights ago. Just like Origins, really good game. The controls are a little tighter on Odyssey, which gives you more control, but it also makes it feel a little less realistic. I feel like I'm kind of like controlling Mario, so whatever direction I push or pull in, I'm going instantly. I don't have to
physics.
Yeah, I don't have to deal with physics. I don't have to worry about the time it takes to stop and turn around or change direction. She just goes where when I pull, she says go. So story-wise, the game seems great. Man, it's got a lot of technical bugs though. The graphics and the video and the audio are sometimes not synced in cutscenes, and there are sometimes whole cutscenes where the audio gets cut off after about 30 seconds. They'll be saying whatever, and then they'll just stop. You'll have no idea what the fuck they were saying, and then the next part of the conversation starts, and you're like, I don't even know what you just said. Then there's times where the people will be talking, but there's no audio. And then all of a sudden you'll hear the audio that should have been playing at the time when there was no audio. At the same time, you're hearing the audio that should be playing right now. So you're hearing them say two different things at the exact same time. And so you're kind of like looking all over, like, what the fuck is going on right now? Maybe you should try it again, because the first time I played it, it happened. And the second time I started playing it, it's the same thing at the same places.
That's weird. Did
Yeah.
you try uninstalling and reinstalling the game?
No, I haven't. But
It's probably not worth it.
well, I mean, I might give it a shot, but I'm going to look and see how widespread that issue is. But it's pretty bad. It's not detracting from the fun of the game, but it's kind of it breaks the immersion. Other than that, really, really good game so far. I feel like it may actually surpass Origins as far as what I think is the best Assassin's Creed game. So we shall see. Can't remember what else I played. Nothing significant. Watched some stuff. Went to the movies. Watched Spider-Man Far From Home. Thought it was great. I would definitely say it's a buy. I'm buying that shit when it comes out. I would go see it again in the movies. Nugget, would you go see it again in the movies?
Yeah,
It's a date.
I would.
Yay. Popcorn. What else did I watch?
It's my cheesy poofs.
It's my cheesy poofs. No kidding. Favorite Assassin's Creed is still Black Flag, Yankee says. Your kid is a genius on the Far From Homecoming joke. Yeah. Not after you hear it about 14 times.
Hey, sometimes when you get a good one, you got to roll with
I
it.
guess. I watched a show on HBO called Euphoria.
Okay.
That show is fucked up. Like I told you guys, Sharp Objects was fucked up. This show might be more fucked up than Sharp Objects. And it's got the same girl from Spider-Man, Zendaya or whatever, is the main character. And it's about, I guess, this generation of children kind of traversing the landscape of high school and how social media plays into all of that and how it's such a big part of their lives and how they deal with fucked up parents and the fucked up shit kids do, especially on the internet, and drugs and sex and everything else you can think of, with kids that are discovering things a little faster than I think we did, since they have the internet at their fingertips and we at least had to go to a library sometimes. So, like to use the internet. But yeah, it's a really, really, really good show. I've only seen 2 of the 4 episodes that are out so far, but some fucked up shit. I definitely recommend watching it. And honestly, I think that's about it for me. I can't think of what else I watched. Oh,
Sometimes you
watched
just
The
gotta wing
Matrix. I watched The Matrix. It was really good.
Mm.
Watched it with the young'un. He was about halfway through the movie and he just goes, "My brain hurts." I'm like, yeah. It was the time where they were unhooking Neo from the tank IRL and flushing him down the tube, getting him out of the Matrix. And he's sitting there watching it and he had seen the explanation and everything. And he comes out of the Matrix and he's on the ship and he's just like, "My brain hurts." And I'm like, I feel you, son. I feel you. Rose Cuervo says Stranger Things. Yeah, we watched 1 episode of Stranger Things. It was okay. We'll see. Kind of like Nugget said, he didn't like it as much at first, but we shall see where it goes from here. I'll probably watch 4 or 5 episodes tonight after we get off here, so that'll get me in trouble. But that's about it for me. So I guess if you guys have some news. Oh, wait. No news. We got to talk about our favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, hold on.
Mm.
Favorite movie of all time?
Yeah, Shane.
I mean, it was an okay movie.
I just want to.
I'm just gonna put it back.
You rip all the movies I suggest, and this one I didn't really suggest. I just took somebody else's suggestion, but I'm just anxious to hear what you have to say about it.
You're a re-suggester.
Re-suggester. Get original. As far as westerns go, it wasn't my favorite. That's True Grit, the new one.
Man, he does a good job in True Grit.
Doesn't Jeffrey
That movie?
do a good job?
Yes, and it. Oh my god, it just like a little tear.
But we're not here. talk about True Grit.
Sorry, True Grit. Get out of here.
We're here to talk about the 1953 movie of the year. Best movie, best film, Shane. How? Like, what was it up against that was the best
Probably
movie?
Movies
Doctor
from
Who.
1953, man. I mean, before that, they were like going to plays.
Suppose you're right.
Shane Falco.
But I mean, I just feel like the majority of the dialogue in the movie Shane was Shane, and
Come back.
bang, bang.
I don't want
Is
my boy
most of
growing
what
up
I
with
heard.
guns.
Right?
It's because he
Well,
was like-
ma'am, you know what they always say? It's not the gun that makes a person bad; it's the man.
I
All
can
right,
make
Shane.
that shovel bad.
And then she's just like, Shane,
And spoons
I
make
wish-
people fat.
that I didn't already have a husband because I want you to be my husband, Shane.
Yeah, Shane was kind of a homewrecker.
Real bad. Just for a little
And
bit.
I don't think
And
he
as far
ever
as I'm
noticed
concerned,
it.
like,
Oh, he noticed
He
it.
never noticed
I
it
think he
until the
noticed.
dance. The dance, he noticed it.
And the dad noticed it. The husband noticed it. He was,
Oh, that's
like,
who I was
Shane,
talking
Shane
about.
will just take care of you.
yeah, he just basically is like, I'm going to go
Absolutely.
off and get killed here. And I know my family will be taken care of better than I can take care of them.
How long was Shane there?
There had to
Was
be a
it
big
Had to be
time
Fine.
a
span.
couple
was like-
months.
5 days. Is what it seemed like to me. Like, no time at all. Shane shows up. Shane gets into a brawl with the bad guy. Shane leaves. It's a week. And then
How
I
long?
was
Well,
having a
where
hard
did
time.
it take place at? Where were they at?
Wyoming.
Do we know where in Wyoming?
No, I also don't know if it actually was Wyoming. I made that
I
up.
think it was
Oh, okay.
Wyoming.
Because I was going to say, maybe we could figure out how long it was, because how long would it take you to ride from Cheyenne to wherever they were in Wyoming?
Well,
I guess that's
regardless,
true.
I
Because
think
that
it
guy
was.
just showed up overnight.
I think it's a
hey, go to
given.
that tree over there. We call that tree Cheyenne, and he's probably tied up to it with his horse.
And get this badass.
Yeah,
Just wants to murder people.
that just wants to smile at people. Who was that dude? He looked really familiar.
Will. He did look familiar. He's got a bad guy face, I guess. But I don't know. And then when those animals fought, well, the animals didn't fight. When Shane and Paul fought, and it was like, oh hey, look at this shit. It's Dragon Ball Z episode. The earth around them can't handle the force of these two gods beating the shit out of each other. And the horses are neighing and freaking out and jumping out of there and doing that little bucking bronco stuff. And the cat are like, fuck this, we're out. We don't even belong to this dude. We just roam the range, but somehow we're in his fence. Fuck this
Yeah.
fence. I'm going to climb over this. I'm a bull. Climb shit.
Everything did.
Climb
Dudes
shit,
did it.
get
Cows
stuck.
did it. Elks did it. I'm like, that elk would have been on my mantelpiece. I shoot him right in the face and mount him on my mantelpiece.
But
like-
you don't have a real gun. You just get to get out there and go,
Bang,
Bang.
bang. And how did it was so delayed too. Coming from an avid hunter, I step on a twig in the deer's presence and it's gone before I even know it was there.
I mean, but that's a
This kid's like-
conditioned deer.
This is, I guess so, because this kid's just walking around and then he goes bang, and the elk's like, oh shit, he shot at me. I better get out of here. I'm gone now.
Oh no. Couldn't 2040s come to get me.
I
Yeah.
think it also says a lot about the audience that they're speaking to back then, that they're able to get away with stuff like that, because the audience goes and watches it and they're like, wow. And this kid in his dialogue was like the worst part of the movie.
Yep.
This kid
Shane,
was-
did you know I like you more than I like my daddy, Shane? You
Where you
cheated,
going,
Shane.
Shane?
You hit him with the gun, Shane. I hate you.
You cheated. You're a pirate.
But honestly, given the time, like, I thought the story was good. I thought the acting was okay on some level. Shane was fine. The husband was fine. God, everybody else was fine. The wife and the kid, oh my God, drove me nuts.
I do think that that's a time, the time period.
Absolutely.
Though. I don't think you get like that's just how chicks acted in movies
Absolutely.
back then.
It was theater, man. She was theater
yes,
bred.
and,
And put on a
for the
screen.
time period, and given that, like, I think we've seen this type of story 1,000 times before now, but This again came out in 1953, so it's not like it was rehashing old material necessarily. It was probably still semi-original, if not very original for the time. I thought it was a really good movie, honestly. I mean, we're sitting here poking fun at it, but it's a stream. It's a stream. I wouldn't watch it again, but I feel like it's a movie that, you know what, this is something that was really old, and I thought I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get through this, and I watched it and I actually enjoyed start to finish.
I got a little bored.
Yeah,
but I
mean, it's not my cup of tea. Blitzkill says I watched 30 seconds of a 2-minute clip, and it's not my cup of tea. I don't think it's anybody in here's cup of tea. That's the whole point. Is that, you know, we're able to watch and experience something that none of us would go out and watch right now, but we did, and
yeah,
it's actually, you know, it's not that bad. I thought it was good. I don't even say it's not that bad. I thought it was good, especially for the time that it was made.
See, I just don't know if I have a hard time making that exception. Oh, this is a good movie if you take into account the time it was made.
Well, you got to think technical limitations. The craft is brand new, practically at the time.
Yeah, but you can go back and watch a Humphrey Bogart movie, and they're not as, I don't know. Like, I would much rather watch that because I feel like the Maltese Falcon just stands up as a good movie even today, and you don't have that same. And that might maybe that's what we should
what we should watch this week.
It's not your pick.
Don't try to force your pick on us.
Right? What are you doing here? Just because you didn't get your own pick, I'm picking
Gunsmoke, baby. The whole TV series. Gotta watch them all. Report back next year.
I mean, I would say stream it. Like, if westerns are your thing, stream Shane. But I think if westerns are your thing, you've already seen Shane.
Right. I would agree.
You know?
But that's not because Shane had been done before. It's because it's been done since. I mean, I think you have to say fair enough to that.
Yeah. I suppose. I don't know enough about I don't know.
Yeah, I'm torn on what I want to give it. I could get over some of the acting. I mean, you got a kid that's probably never done any acting, so I can look past that. I can look past the mom because you are talking about a time period where they probably just came from a lot of theater and straight into.
Never would have hit you if you'd have seen him, Shane.
I think I liked all the bad guys. I thought they were pretty cool. And I like how just enough to piss you off as a good guy, like riding in and trampling dude's garden. Yeah. Like just enough to make you like, why didn't they just shoot him?
Did you notice there really wasn't? I mean, there was the one scene where the one guy got shot, but there wasn't any gunfights at all until the very end. That one,
yeah,
there was that one thing, and they did a build up. They did a build up to it.
Oh, I just like the whole thing in there. Like, I'm going to fight you with my fist, and he was like, "Let's go." And then they were like, "We're all going to fight you with our fist," and he was like, "Okay." Like, I feel like if he would have been like, "No, not today," they might have let him walk out of there, possibly. But they were like literally just going to throw down. So I thought that was pretty funny. I have 2 guns, one for each of you, says Yankees. So I don't know. I was torn on what I would give it. I definitely didn't get a buy for me. So we go to the next thing, which I guess is Dream It.
I think.
So, I mean, if you want to say pass, say pass.
No, it's not. I mean, it's something, dude. If you're into westerns, Shane is probably a buy it for somebody.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we take an average of the collective.
The shocker here. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying that's why I think it's good to hear it from different people. You know, if you're a Western lover, this is in your collection for sure. That's why that's what I'm saying. I'm having a hard time saying buy it, like not saying buy it. So stream it because it's personal to me. just like I think Zach was getting ready to mention, Pascal was.
I think Pascal's by it.
He
said
gave
that
it a
he went-
9 out of 10.
Yeah, he went on old Nug scale and threw it out there to us. 9 out
I'd
of 10.
give it an 8 out of 10 on the Nug scale. I thought it was really good. I don't think it holds up today, but considering when it came out, I enjoyed it quite. I'm surprised I enjoyed it as much as I did, considering the technical limitations and how bad some of the stuff in the movie seemed. How's that? Like a lot. Like I like the way it was filmed, the cinematography, the whatever, the way they framed their shots. But there's some of the shit in that movie was just like god awful. But for the time, it wasn't. So I was able to look past all that and still really enjoyed it. So there were things about the movie. I don't want it to sound like I thought it was a great movie all around. There's some shit ass things in that movie, but in spite of those, I still really enjoyed it. So
yeah, I mean, this is sort of what I took into consideration too. Is I became pretty hot and heavy fan of I tried to go back and watch the original ones before I even started Doctor Who. I literally went back and watched the 1963 first episode ever of Doctor Who, and I didn't make it. Man, something flying in front of Wes's screen there. I didn't even make it.
Jellyfish.
Maybe 3 or 4 minutes into it, so I was actually able to sit down and finish this 2-hour movie. I'm pretty sure it was like 2 hours on the dot.
It was pretty darn close to 2 hours.
So I finished it. And I don't know if that's because it was homework, though. Would I have been able to keep my attention that much longer? But I will tell you, I made it further in Shane, a movie I've never heard about, than I did in trying to go back and watch the first original Doctor Who.
Oh, that kind of wraps it up on that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Stream it, buy it.
So what else do we got then as far as movies? How are we picking this week?
I don't have my dice with me. They're in my bag. I can get them in like 10 seconds if you want.
Nuggets got some.
Nuggets got some.
Nugget, no, I'm out, right? So I can't win
You're
either
out.
way. Okay.
Yeah. So it's just you. Well,
I'm at your mercy.
You and me, right? Because Pascal's not here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I guess you'll be 1 through 2. I'll be 3 through 4.
Alrighty.
Does that sound fair enough to you?
Sounds fair enough to me.
What are you doing there, Nugget?
Don't you guys worry about it. Just keep watching. Eventually you'll see the ending.
Bam.
4.
That's you, man.
Just so we're on the honor system.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I think I had a pick ready. So last week, I'm a huge Chris Farley fan.
Ooh.
Like huge. He had a huge influence on, I think, where I get a lot of my humor from.
Okay.
And so I don't want to go with an original, though. I don't want to go with a Black Sheep or a Tommy Boy. So I'm going to throw it out there on one that I feel like was a very high, to me, highly rated for a Chris Farley movie that a lot of people have not seen. Almost Heroes.
Googling now.
So I enjoyed Almost Heroes. It's got Matthew Perry in it.
Oh shit, I love Matthew Perry. Is it a fucking Western?
I mean,
yes,
sorta.
I've seen this movie. I remember a little bit of this. I'll watch it again. Hell yeah.
So you can get a little glimpse of into the mind of the Nugget on where he gets his humor from.
All right.
Hell yeah. All right.
So,
Almost Heroes. Chat. Do your damn homework. Chris Farley movie. Almost Heroes.
Do that homework. You'll get an F if you don't.
That's right.
Nobody watch Shane.
Nobody
Come back, Shane.
Shane.
What
Shane,
about any of our listeners?
Mama likes you too, I can tell.
Any of our listeners on Twitter, Shane. Did they watch it? Did they respond with their
Shane?
What listeners on Twitter?
Why are you going over there, Shane?
Oh, here's back on Shane. So, did Shane live or die?
I think he died. I think he went on to
Okay,
die.
we just have a. I think he died and I for sure lived.
Yeah.
Nah, he is being big tough guy for the little kid. He went up on that cemetery and buried himself.
Well, somebody said that he slumps over on his horse as he's riding away. I didn't see that.
I see. I stayed for the whole thing, and I didn't think I saw any because that's what I was wondering. Because when I knew he got shot, and I don't think he got shot by the guy up on the roof. I think he got shot by old Wilson.
Oh, I thought it was a guy on the roof. But...
No, he ducked that bullet. He did the famous spin duck move. He got hit by Wilson. He took the shot from Wilson because he had to have him pull first to make it legal by law.
I think you're wrong, but
nope. How could Wilson miss? He shot that dude straight in the head. Yeah, but he let him draw first. You don't have to be as good as somebody if you draw first.
It's true.
Fair enough.
I think he took a fatal hit, and that's why they ended him up on a cemetery. I think later on in Shane 2, they found him up there and buried him.
Shane 2,
bag of bones. Kid named Shane.
Yeah. And Joey met his cousin and had a baby and named it Shane.
Just like 007, Shane's just a persona.
Mom,
now it's the kids.
You mean my little brother's name is Shane, just like the other Shane? Wow. That's how that would go. Named should be like named after his daddy.
Yeah, Blitzkill, talk to Shy. There's other ways to watch it for not paying $3.
Yeah.
Especially if you have an Xbox. Shane 2, Back for Revenge. Shane Cemetery.
I only took a nap halfway through Blitz. Just kidding.
No, I seriously, I felt like something was going to happen at the end of it. So I paid attention. I was like, there's something coming because they're just like focused on him the whole way up there. But I think you had to be there to see it.
How the fuck did that kid keep up with him running that whole way to town? That kid's got lungs.
Yeah, he does. He was also real dirty, and then he was all of a sudden real clean.
I couldn't do that from one side of a store to another. Can't get shit off Dungeons and Dragons.
I wish I had that problem. Can we name this episode the one that didn't get to play Dungeons and Dragons?
Something. All right, so what do we got newsworthy, guys?
Oh, man.
I got things to say about your news.
Whose news? His news? My news?
Yeah, any news.
Okay.
Well, I'll pop up one that I watched a lot of video and then I gave up on it and went to I let somebody else watch the whole thing and then look at their take on it. But the YouTube video where EA and Epic had to go to court and get obliterated by a panel of people for loot boxes and microtransactions. I don't think I've ever seen somebody so scared to answer a question. Like, you think politicians are good at lying and politicians are good at covering up or deflecting? I always like to say deflecting because they really never answer a question. I don't care how many times you ask it to them. They won't ever answer it fully. That's what Epic and EA did on this panel. And it was, if you guys get a chance to watch it, find it somewhere. You can find probably somebody who just took the best moments out of it, I'd say by now, because that was probably 2 weeks ago. Dude, they embarrassed themselves. They tried to say that microtransactions weren't microtransactions. They tried to say it wasn't gambling,
it's
even though there's
a surprise mechanic.
Yeah, that's my favorite word right there. And a surprise mechanic. I think they did. I don't know. I just thought they just looked bad. I mean, I know they don't have to share any of their business information when asked about it, like how much they make off of loot boxes and microtransactions and how they get people to buy so many.
Yeah.
But when they take some of those like offhand cases that you've heard of where like a kid spent $1,000 on daddy's credit card on buying Fortnite items and they throw that out there, and they're just like, I don't know how that could happen. We don't have $1,000 worth of Fortnite items. It was just embarrassing. I felt almost embarrassed and dirty for them. Like, I wanted to be like, just tell them. It'll make you feel better.
It's their job, man.
Yeah.
Get it off your chest, man.
No, But do you think they really embarrass themselves? Do you think anything will come of it?
No. It'll just be like everything else. Doesn't matter. We didn't have to answer anything. We beat around the bush, and now it's over.
Yep. Get off scot-free for conning kids into becoming gambling addicts.
Mm-hmm.
But it funds your games as a service, so go for it.
I just thought it was funny that they want to now try to rebrand them as. Somebody was saying that's what they were naming it. It's not what they're naming it, but they're saying like that. It's not gambling. It's just a surprise mechanic of the game.
Mm-hmm.
There's ways we go to surprise you. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I really want a gold Madden card, so I'm going to give you $5, and shit, 5 times out of 10, I get a silver card. 3 times I get a bronze card, and 1 time I get a gold card. That's $50 down the fucking drain, and I got 1 of what I wanted and 9 of what I didn't. That's not gambling at all. That's a wonderful surprise mechanic you've added to your game. Thanks for doing that. You just fucked me in the ass real good.
See, I think EA's is on a whole nother level, though, especially with the Ultimate Team stuff. Like, that's on a whole separate level than other games' microtransactions.
It makes me feel like EA's on the same level as Bluehole. Like, I paid $3 on Bluehole for a key to open a locked crate, and I get the same red shirt I already got 6 of. That's fucked up. I think eventually that should be taken out. Even if it raises your odds of getting something.
Shouldn't be able to get a duplicate.
Yeah, I just paid $7 for the same red shirt because I opened 3 cases and got the same shirt. And I've done it back to back before.
But I can at least see the argument on that standpoint.
At least you can sell your fucking shirt for real money.
Yeah, at least you can sell your shirt for real money, but
I can get 4 cents for the $2.99 I spent.
That shirt isn't the game playing where the cards in Ultimate Team are the game playing.
True.
Like,
yeah.
If your Ultimate Team card just got you a new uniform you could put on your team, that would be one thing. But the fact that you have to build your team from those things, I think makes it a whole separate thing. Like, yeah, Fortnite, you can spend money on Fortnite to get loot boxes, to get cosmetics for your character, but it's not the game.
Right.
That's my math wasn't off. I can count to 10. I just left the other one out because it was probably something stupid. I know that I did 5, 3, and fuck. Why you critic? Just fucking critique everything somebody says. Point it out. Point it out.
Banhammer. Banhammer.
God.
Give him that 3-second ban. That'll chill his ass out.
Anyway.
That's all I had on that. I didn't
what
get
about
too far into it.
What about microtransactions that, okay, say you can buy a pack of Madden cards with coins that you earn playing in the game. And then there are better sets of cards that you can buy, but you have to do it with real money.
No.
Oh, that's all over Madden.
I know that's all over Madden.
There's a whole page on their store dedicated to just packs that you can only buy with real money.
Yeah, I think that's shitty and fucked up. I'm not a fan of that. Like, but like when it's Overwatch and you get loot boxes for leveling up, keep that in there. Like, Apex should have loot boxes for leveling up because you're getting cosmetics. And if you want to go spend $5 on 5 loot boxes, go for it because they don't have an impact on the game. But I don't think that you should. I don't know. You're at such a disadvantage in Ultimate Teams and those sorts of games if you don't spend money, that it's just absurd and ridiculous to think that those are on the same level. And I'm afraid that they're going to get rid of all of it or none of it.
The really, really sick part about it is you've got all these card packs that they come out with at the beginning of the cycle. Say Madden 20 is about to drop in a couple weeks, and everybody's going to be starting fresh. And the people that spend money are going to be buying all these higher tiered packs with real money. And people that don't spend money are going to be busting their ass trying to get coins to get cards.
Mm-hmm.
And when they do this, they're gonna shoot their wad. No, you're fine, Blitz. I was giving you shit. I honestly, when I said it, when I did it, and I started to like close out that little thing, I was like, so I said it in my head to myself. I was like, that's only 9, but whatever. So yeah. But people are going to be buying all these cards, and they only go to like 80, 81 when the game first starts out. You're going to have like 80 to 81, 82. And as they tease you along throughout the year, they release more and more content. And they do a really good job of releasing new content throughout the year on this shit. They keep you busy. But people are spending ass loads of money on these high level 82, 83 overall cards that then later on they would flush down the toilet and be mad if they got one of those cards when they're pulling packs and paying money for this shit, because now they've got the 86 cards out or the 89. I watch people now, they get like 91s and 89s and 92s, and they're like, God damn it. They're mad because they didn't get a 94 or a 98 or a 99. And those cards don't even exist in the beginning of the service, the games as a service, lifetime of that game. Halfway through, you might be approaching some 90s or 91s. And so what happens to all this money that you spent to get your 80 overall team when next week you got to get your 82 overall team because now those cards actually exist?
Yeah.
That's why I can't do it, man. It so is.
It's predatory.
And they disguise it as fun very well. But it's an addiction thing, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's gross. I'm not a fan.
Okay, well, there's that. What other kind of news were you? I know you wanted to talk about the Steam sale.
Oh, it's just I know some shit went down with the Steam sale. Apparently, it was poorly handled from the get-go. They didn't give out enough information about how it worked. And one team, apparently it was built around this Grand Prix racing, whereas people spent money to buy games that elevated their teams. You have spooky shadows walking around behind you. As you spent money, it advanced your team, and the team at the end of each day that was in first place got random people from the team got their top wish list game for free. And it was just poorly explained, I guess, and didn't work out well. And one team smashed all the other teams, and no one knows exactly why. And Steam came out and said, hey, we learned from this, and we fucked up. Here's an extra 5,000 games for free, and gave an extra 5,000 games off. So,
wow.
And I think a shitload of the games were Cyberpunk. I think everyone had Cyberpunk on their number one, from what I could tell. It was the number one awarded game.
Well, I wish I would have got in on that.
I mean, I didn't get in on it either because I waited until the last day to spend any money.
Somebody told me that the Steam sale ended today, so when I checked today, everything was gone. So
yeah, they usually end around between 1 and 3.
I was sad. I mean, was there anything really good up for sale though? I mean, I know you got some stuff, but
I got some stuff. It really depends on what you were looking for. Like,
Borderlands, the ultimate Borderlands. I don't think it came with 1, but 2, 3, or not 3, 2, the pre-sequel, and Handsome. What the fuck?
Handsome Jack collection.
It was the Handsome collection, which has 2. The pre-sequel. That's more than just 2 games, though, right? It's some game that was normally some bundle of it that was normally like $100, and it was on sale for like $3 or $5.
Yeah, there's tons of that kind of stuff. Blitz has a point. Not really, in my opinion. It was a lot of games already owned.
Yeah.
That's 100% true. I think the Steam sale really shines kind of like the Humble Bundle does around indie games being cheap. Occasionally you get some good AAA titles. Like you could get Resident Evil 7 was 50% off, so that game was only $15. I almost ended up getting that. Like I would say not the brand new release cycle games aren't that much on sale, but last year's games, if there were any that you didn't pick up.
I remember I think last year I picked up like the two most recent Deus Ex games for like $1 and $2. That kind of shit's a good deal. I don't think Resident Evil Biohazard at $15 is really that special of a deal at this point. I mean, it's okay.
It's I mean it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. It's regularly $30.
Yeah, but I mean, what is it? It's been. I just don't. You could imagine getting it for $15 pretty much at any point in the year. It could go on.
Yeah, I'm not saying
like it's not that special of a sale.
The Steam sales
definitely a good deal.
Haven't been as amazing as they used to be since they got rid of the community voting and the flash sales. Because they used to do flash sales, which were 3 times a day. The flash sale would update, and it would be the best on sale. So for the sale, it's average 50% off the game, and then flash sale, oh shit, you better get it because now it's 75% off, and it's not going to be a flash sale again. And I don't know why they got rid of that. I'm not a fan that they got rid of that, and I'm not a fan that they got rid of the community voting because you could vote for the flash sale. Oh, this is the game I want, so I'm going to vote for this, and hopefully that's the game that wins the flash sale.
So did they get rid of it forever, ever?
And F's in the chat for people like me who bought the game and then it went on a flash sale.
I mean, that's probably the reason why. You always wait till the last day.
I got this for $11 and last chance. And it's like 75 cents, and I'm like,
yeah. Yep.
Let's see, that would never happen to me. They'd give it to me for free, and I wouldn't be able to find it to play it.
We'll figure that.
Oh, we're gonna get on that next, I think.
Yeah.
But ever since that, the Steam sales have only been just kind of meh, I guess. But I enjoy it. There's games that I want that I know I'll play within the year now because I'm going to. That I don't think will get any less expensive. So
I like Steam sales have gone the way of E3. It's more of a nostalgia thing at this point.
Yes.
You're hoping to find something really good, but you rarely do.
Yes. I agree.
So, Nugget got a new game on Twitch, thanks to Twitch Prime. What's it called?
Boo. For the Kingdom.
For the Kingdom. Tell me about this game.
I've downloaded a lot of free games that I don't have access to.
Tell me about this game.
So it's supposed to be like a tabletop RPG. 3 friends can play together, like they play D&D, or you could play by yourself, but you just go out and you're like these little cartoon characters and you run around and you do RPG shit. But in like a tabletop fashion type game, you could sort of like I think it reminds me of when I saw it of Settlers of Catan, how they have like the honeycomb shaped pieces on the board that you can move to. And that's sort of how the maps are laid out on it. So, but you could play it either by yourself, or you could play it online with friends, or you can join random people. But I saw a lot of the times when they had random people, you would get so far, one person would die, and then the other person would just quit out on you. So I don't know if I would recommend playing with randos.
Sounds like Apex.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
wouldn't really recommend playing it at all because you can't, right?
Yeah.
So
I can tell you, it looks pretty. No, I'm just kidding.
I
mean, it's nothing
downloaded
special.
it.
And you guys know I don't usually go for those type of games, but it looks intriguing to me, so I can't wait to try it out if I can find it.
I don't know if there's a bug or what, but basically, he clicked on the offer. He secured the offer. It says it's been added to his library. He goes to his library, and there just ain't shit there.
That's weird. I don't know how to fix it. Tonight was.
You'd like to drop the soap in front of me, buddy, but you'd never know.
Absolutely.
Because
Yeah. So I can't access anything. And we actually looked through a little bit of things, and we tried to unplug the cord from the power and plug it back in to see if it would work, and that didn't work. And
Put in
logged into
that
that.
ticket.
Yeah. So we'll find out. We'll see what's going on. I'm just bummed about it.
Yeah,
You
well,
guys,
that's
can,
okay.
you guys can play without me.
I was trying to help, and I opened up my Twitch app, which I haven't had opened up in God knows how long, and it's like, can't even run this. This version is no longer supported. You got to update. So I hit update like 3 different times, and it keeps updating and saying this version isn't either. So I'm just like, Jesus Christ, never mind. I haven't used your app in like 2 years other than to check my library and see what games I have. I really don't care. But it just sucks because, like, obviously that's kind of an issue. Because you would play, that's actually one you would play. Out of all these free games that they gave us, that's one that you wanted to go play, and it's not even...
Yeah, because half the time I think I just give away codes. Like, if I get a code and it's to a game I'm not going to play, I try to give it to somebody just to help them out.
Such a nice fellow.
Don't do Twitch things? No.
Nope. Staying away from that.
Nobody liked my manual buzzer on that guy. You guys couldn't hear it, but it was in the...
Nice.
Yeah, I can't wait.
But yeah, my only, like, I don't know. We'll find out. I'll put the ticket in. I'll let you know what they say. It's probably easy fix. Probably something.
I would uninstall and reinstall first. It won't take long.
Nah. So my other news was they released some pictures of some of the characters in The Witcher. Netflix's The Witcher.
I heard Ciri's not hot enough.
Doesn't look enough like the character from the game.
Right.
Bad choice. Well, so says Pascal.
So this is what I have to say. I like all the character choices because I don't give a shit about where it comes from. This is somebody's adaptation.
Somebody else's vision.
Comes from so I'm down to see what's going to happen with it.
Agreed.
We know we got Henry Cavill as Geralt and Freya Allen as Ciri. Anna Charlotta is playing Yennefer, which these are 2 people I've never even heard of before. But if you want to look up, see what they look like, or just look it up for yourself. But I'm excited about it. There was a lot of complaints that they only put one sword. He didn't have his silver monster sword.
Maybe he just fucking forgot it for the photo shoot.
Yeah,
carrying around both of those swords are kind of heavy. They're cumbersome.
Yeah, but how do we know that? Maybe
swords, Witcher. Do you think you could take on 40?
Speaking Witcher, would you like to share with the class what you're doing over there?
I'm doodling, man. I doodle.
He's a doodler.
Oh, he's taking notes though. Okay.
Taking notes.
As long as you're taking notes.
And doing some doodles while I'm at it.
Sweet. Thank you. I like the doodles.
I love the doodles.
I do.
So,
I've been wanting to ask for the longest time. I almost sent you a text message and said, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, man, you can totally just ask. I'm just doodling. I listen, but I got to do something with my hands while I sit here.
That's what she said.
That's what I said, too.
So I'm still excited to see what it comes out. And maybe in this adaptation, we discover how he comes along a silver sword.
Maybe he lost his silver sword. I would assume maybe he lost his silver sword and he has to get a new one because that seems to be a thing.
Maybe Stinkiest Duck has his silver sword.
Up his butt.
That's why it's a stinky one. What else did I have? I think I gotta check the chat here. I put it in there so we could all be knowledgeable.
Oh, Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
Wait. Oh yeah, George R.R. Martin's reveals his 5 facts about HBO's
really not
prequel.
Much.
It's not.
So
they're thinking about a name change. Yeah.
Starks are there. No dragons. Wyverns.
No, there's going to be some woolly mammoths. Some dire wolves are going to be in it. But no.
Might be called the longest dark.
5,000 years before the last shit.
Yeah, and they think they want to call it the longest dark because they already had an episode somewhere in their Game of Thrones that was called the Long Dark.
Or the Long Night.
Or the Long Night. So so they want to maybe possibly call it the longest night. Maybe we get more White Walkers though. A lot of people were bummed about not seeing a lot of White Walkers.
We definitely do. That's the whole point. Is it's the first battle, the first time they show up, and they repel them.
Yeah. So that's exciting. It was just a little. I mean, it was Entertainment Weekly, I think, that wrote the article. So
If Stinky dropped the soap in front of me, it would have been his longest.
hey, PUBG is going to be getting a story based mode that you can play with your friends.
This is really necessary. Like first person,
Yep.
like single player co-op type.
I guess it's going to explain why there's a circle that chases you. Everybody else has a story.
I mean,
Why not them?
yeah. I'd want to know. I'd play it.
Yeah, I think it could be fun, especially because you get to play it with your friends.
Yep. That's the
And
best
I
part.
think it'd be cool if they added. I mean, why aside from splitting up your player base, why not add a waves against AI? Or
For some reason, I just feel like, just based on Bluehole's development, like I have no idea, lore wise what they would do, but I just feel like it's going to be incredibly stupid.
Maybe. But I
don't
know
I don't know
what
why.
you do like. You like Call of Duty. And some of the makers from Call of Duties are the one that's making it. Sledgehammer.
I fucking knew that. That's why everybody should go play it.
That's why you'll have it day one, baby. Sign me up.
Wait, do you have to buy it?
Oh, I doubt it. I'm just being funny because if it was a Madden game, you would have it, or a Call of Duty game.
I don't buy Madden. I'm not gonna get Madden on PS4 and Xbox this year. So
that's all I have to say about that. Apex, I forgot to talk about earlier. It also has a ranked system with Season 2. I'm like I'm like a diamond right now.
Hopefully that's what saves it, so it doesn't die.
I'm tired of hearing people talk about things dying. Get over it.
Their Season 2, their passes in general kind of suck, if you ask me.
I guess I just don't. I don't play it specifically for the pass. I play it because I enjoy the way the game plays.
I play it because I enjoy the way Blood plays it. So that's the only reason why I play. I'm just there to drag him down and maybe pick up a kill for like 2 hit points.
No way, man. You're useful.
I'm resourceful.
Yeah.
You
need ammo that I don't need.
You don't add damage, but you subtract it. You're a good meat shield.
Everybody needs a tank, man.
That's right.
I just play that little fast guy, and you tank the damage, and then we win the games.
That's right. We did get on a roll there at the end.
We did.
So that's all I got, because I'm saving the last story on there for the weird and wacky news. So that's all I have in news world.
I got nothing.
No news? Not even one article? Stuff. Yeah, I went back through there just to make sure, and I was there. I didn't see any other info added to the page to research. So,
Becky got nothing.
No, sir.
We good. All right. Well, Nugget, take us away. Hit us with that wild and wacky news.
So this wild and wacky news personally affects me. And so I thought I would bring it to your attention if you nerds did not know what's going on in the world of everything else. Got it? So I went to the comic book store.
Oh, yeah.
To pick up my issues that I have that get put in my folder. One of those issues being my title that started me going back to the comic book store, The Walking Dead. I pick up issue 193 in disbelief of what I've just heard the day that it released, with an interview that had already been done. So Robert Kirkman announces that 193 is the last issue of the Walking Dead comic. There is no more. It's done. The day it releases, he releases an article and it's over. And his excuse is he knows he's going to get a million questions about it. And he tells fans to realize that when he kills a character off, when he brings a character in, when he brings a character back, you never know until it happens. And he wanted this to be that shock value as well. that you weren't going to know that this was the last comic book until the day you got it.
So maybe he shouldn't have said anything until the end of the book.
Maybe. I mean, I think it had already been out for a day. Like, I think it released on Tuesday. I went to get it Wednesday, and that's when I heard the article. But a lot of people saying they should have known when they saw it because the book was like it's like 3 comics thick. It's a pretty big book. So I just thought it was weird. I thought it was weird that you would just such a successful franchise. Maybe the comic's not successful anymore. I don't know. Maybe he's ready to move on.
To end it on a high note and get into something else.
Yep.
Maybe he's got fuck you money and go do what he wants to do now.
And that may be too, because a lot of people said they should have noticed as well. I guess one of the creators on there, Charlie Adler, had started a new issue 1 that came out the same time that this issue ended. So maybe he's losing artists to work on his books, because Tony Moore was already gone. Charlie Adler now, so that just leaves Robert Kirkman.
There's a lot to do on your own.
So just thought that was interesting. I'll be excited to get the compendium when it comes out. But that's it. That's the weird news for the day, that The Walking Dead died.
Rip Walking Dead.
Rip.
2019. All right, guys. Well, that is going to be it for us. We clocked in at a nice, beefy hour and 40 minutes. Not too shabby. I had a good time. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us in chat. I'd like to thank you guys for hanging out and keeping me company tonight. And all things going well, we should be back here next Tuesday around 10. Supper quiz? Blitz wants a supper quiz? You can tell me what you ate. I'm not going to ask right now, though. I'll do the supper quiz when I come back in a few minutes. Meatloaf. I had nachos.
Ma! Meatloaf. Fuck. I never know what she's doing back there.
Shane, can you cook me some dinner?
Make me some porridge, Pop. Why are you bringing out these plates, woman, and putting big old pieces of pie on there?
Oh,
she pretty much served up some pie.
Oh, dude, she was.
Where's my pie?
That pie was on the table.
Mm-hmm.
And Shane, you know what? Shane dipped too when he knew it. Paul went to bed. Kid went to bed. And she's all, "Oh, Shane." And he's like, soon as she turned her head, he's like, dip that out. He knew it.
Shane's he's an upstanding citizen.
He knew he was going to be a home wrecker. He had to go. Anyway, guys, we'll be back next Tuesday around 10 to talk about all this fun stuff. And what's our movie?
I don't know.
Almost Heroes.
Heroes.
Chris Farley and Matthew Perry. Do your homework, guys. And as always, you can download or listen to these episodes on Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, any of those good places, or on Anchor.fm. So go there, leave us a review, and we'll see y'all next week. Everybody say bye.
Bye. I'm doodling.
Come back, Shane. Shane. Oh, Lord.